All
All right,
right,
welcome back, baby.
sir. Another
All
week,
right, what is it? Week
episode 5.
episode 5. All right. Yeah, so we're doing this on Wednesday. The World Series, it's currently 3-1 Dodgers. It was 3-0 Dodgers. Yanks got a nice win last night. Pretty interesting game.
Thanks to Volp.
Yeah, yeah. But you guys pulled away at the end too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
But
offense looks
yeah,
great
talk
tonight.
about it.
Offense looks great. Pitching. I mean, we played well. In the first inning, Freddie hits the homer, and I'm just thinking, well, that's the season. That's a
Ready.
wrap.
Yeah,
And
it's going
yeah, I mean,
crazy.
something that Volpe grand slam really just got us going. Like he made like a horrible base running mistake like the inning before, and then he comes up in a big spot and he delivers and you know, he delivered the rest of the game, and so did the rest of especially the bottom of the lineup with Wells and Verdugo. They both had some big hits.
Yeah,
So yeah,
Wells.
a couple guys that weren't going got it going, and we got a shot. I mean, it ain't over till it's over. You gotta win four. So
You definitely got a shot because you got Cole tonight.
yeah, we got Cole tonight, and then I
And
mean,
then
back to Los Angeles.
after that, it gets
That's
scary a little bit.
that's when it gets scary. Yeah. So uh, what I've been thinking about is tonight Cole versus Flaherty. Flaherty's been kind of like two extremes, right? He'll have one game where he looks like a Cy Young winner, and then one game where he's throwing meatballs like he's at an Italian restaurant. So, based on his like the way he's been going, this is a meatball game, right? I don't think
Think
he's
he's
gonna be.
due?
Yeah, he's due for a meatball game because in the Padres series, I think. Let me see. I know in the Mets series, his first start was he looked unhittable, and then the second start he gave up like
Yeah,
8 runs in an inning.
I do remember that.
Yeah. So I mean, his first start against us, he looked unhittable. We couldn't hit off of him besides Stanton that one hit. So maybe this is a game we could just, dominate, save some relievers for game 6. Yeah.
hmm one thing I wanted to ask your opinion on was the fan,
The
the fan
No, I
during
like
that
what
game.
Verdugo said. That's New York. That is New York. You're playing in New York, that's what you're gonna get. These fans, these fans are, they're ruthless, they're desperate. They won a World Series. It's been 15 years. And that's the expectation in New York. So
hmm
want to play in New York, you're gonna get some crazy fans. But that's what you gotta love about it too. Like he
Mookie
wasn't.
doesn't want to play in New York.
No, Mookie hates it probably.
Mookie didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, no. And I mean, it wasn't like the fan was doing anything like he wasn't trying to hurt him or anything. He was just trying to grab the ball. So I don't think it was anything like too crazy. He got ejected, which I agree with. But
Obviously, I mean,
yeah, but that's
you
New York.
can't touch a player. You just can't touch a player. It's a
You can,
bad precedent.
you can at all. But no.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty. I thought that would have been a pretty rough way to. I mean, I'm glad you guys won because, like, I don't
Yeah.
know. It's definitely. I definitely was not a fan of the move. That seems like something an Eagles fan would do.
Yeah. It was
Not like it. Like, come on. Like, we're rowdy, but we like to think that we're a little bit of better people than fucking Philadelphia fans.
that's true.
You know
The
what I
Philadelphia
mean?
fans are the worst. The absolute worst.
And dude, this is the guy's expression the whole time as he was like trying to take the ball. And Mookie's like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? And he just had this like weird grin on his face. He just like really he was really into it, dude. It was crazy. I saw some post today too that said that this dude, he's allowed back for the
Yeah,
game
he's,
5.
he's come back to get. He's come back today.
Crazy. I mean, I guess it is, I don't know. You would think that they wouldn't let him back, at least not the next game, maybe next year.
What's
But
their last game? So you may as well.
yeah, sure. And then also he said that he had premeditated this. He's a season ticket holder at Yankee Stadium, and he said that he and his buddies had like talked about this before and what they would do if something like that happened.
If a ball came to them,
Yeah. And they
it could,
basically said we're ready to play defense.
what?
I was just like, bro, come on. Well,
That's
the heat
so
of the
funny.
moment thing. Like, no, bro, you planned on doing this. He's like, we're willing to do it. Like, what?
It didn't even
Pretty
matter
wild, bro.
because the out still counted. That was
Of course, bro.
Uh,
I feel like doing that, if anything, gives you a worse chance. Like,
yeah,
because
it's
maybe
gonna
it's
be
going to be a close play and you do something dumb and they give him the out. I don't know how exactly how the rule works on that, but
no, that is the rule. The rule is that if the fan does anything like they can they can wave their hand in front, but if they touch the ball or the glove or any part of the player, it's an automatic out for
yeah.
the batting team.
So what is he doing, bro? Like, what
Yeah,
do you mean you're playing defense? You're just gonna like give up an immediate out on like maybe what would be a close play. Anyway, I thought that was pretty funny. I don't know. It was
yeah.
definitely an entertaining moment, but
It was. It was funny. And I mean, maybe it got, it got the Yankees going, thinking, oh, our fans are desperate. Let's actually give them one.
yeah, dude. Yeah, it's true. It's possible. It's possible.
Fans are putting their freaking life on the line. Could go to
Mhm.
jail.
Hey, they are. You can't question their loyalty, but it's a questionable move in my opinion. And yeah, as a Mets fan, I was kind of hoping you guys would lose yesterday
Why?
because I feel like the worse that you guys do, the better chance it is we get Soto, which is like where my mind is at this point since our season's over.
Yeah.
I think that if, it would have been great to make the World Series, but we took 2 games off the Dodgers. Like, if you guys got swept by that team, I don't know. I think that would I just think it would give us a better chance. I don't think so. Like what I mean is I don't think Soto would have come to the Met had any chance to come to the Mets if we'd had a terrible year this year. I just don't think he would have left the Yankees to come to the Mets. There'd be
Yeah,
and,
he
and
just has a
he
great year.
probably still won't, but I think now that there is some chance at least that he'd be interested in signing with us. Not if you guys win. Not if you guys win 2 more games,
Nah, if
but
we put it at game seven, dude.
that's what I'm saying. I feel like
I
I don't know. You guys
mean,
aren't going to win probably, so that helps. Because if he wins a World Series with you, it's kind of like, all right, he probably wants
especially
to.
if he were to win it this way with us too, like that, there's no way you leave.
And looking a little bit ahead, like, what do the Yankees look like without Soto at this point?
Uh, Bad.
It's pretty rough.
It's very
It's
rough.
old. It's a lot of old, not great guy. And you guys are the Yankees. You'll sign people and you'll be fine. But still have
Yeah.
Judge in his prime. But I don't know. It's just an interesting thought there.
Judge has been ass. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
It's actually insane. He's actually like the worst,
It's
like
actually crazy too
postseason
because
performer ever.
Otani's been in the World Series. Otani has been just as ass, except the
Yeah.
Dodgers are up 3-0, so no one cares, or 3-1. So
Yeah, but also he hasn't been like bad the whole playoffs. He's actually
yeah,
been pretty good during the playoffs leading up to this. Whereas Judge, it's just, I mean, he's the worst batting average of any player in the postseason with 200 or more at bats ever, like career. It's really, that's atrocious.
I don't know what's wrong, but
Yeah, that's tough.
gotta fix it. I mean, he's finally got into the World Series.
Yeah, you need him now. If he could get going, that would be huge,
Maybe
obviously.
maybe he got some confidence last night off that base hit. I mean, it was a meatball, but still.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, so we'll see what happens there.
Win tonight, just one game at a time. That's the only mentality you can have down in this position that we're in right now.
Yeah, bro. Are you watching the new Red Sox series on Netflix
I
to get
haven't
you hyped
watched
up?
it.
Are you gonna watch it as a Yankee fan?
No, I don't really want to watch it, but I mean, at this point, it might be nice to look at what they did to.
Because that's what I'm saying. Yeah, get some inspiration, even though it is against you guys. And isn't it crazy the manager of the Dodgers was on that Red Sox
That's
team?
what I'm saying. That's why I told my dad last night. I'm like, life likes to come full circle, so you never know, right?
Yeah, it is true. It would
There's
be
a
pretty
weird way
ironic.
of sports coming full circle in
Yeah.
situations like that. So I'm not, saying anything's gonna happen. I'm not gonna put anything out there, but if it does happen, it's a full circle moment.
And you know that that Dave Roberts is sweating, bro, because he
Yeah,
knows that
because
this
he's
is
the
gonna
only one
happen.
that actually knows like this shit's possible. Like they
Yeah.
could do this. Because
And that was against a great team too in the Yankees.
what?
When the Red Sox came back, that Yankees team they beat was incredible. Like it's not
And
like
the
they like went down 3-0 randomly like against a bad team and just like all right, like they're actually better. It's not what it was at all.
Yeah, no, the Yankees got comfortable, and that's what I'm hoping the Dodgers do. I'm hoping the Dodgers just, get comfortable with your lead, please.
Yeah.
Let us back in. Don't let us win one. That's the
Baseball's
Dodgers.
crazy,
That's the
bro.
Red Sox said.
Yep, that is.
We'll see how tonight goes. Tonight we can make history. We could be the first team to ever push it to a game six if we win tonight
Yeah.
with Cole. So
Already one of the only teams down 3-0 to force game five,
yeah,
even.
one
So
one of four teams ever. So
crazy.
yeah, if we win tonight, history's on our side.
Yep, true.
So yeah.
All right, let's get into
All
some
right.
NFL here. Uh, what I wanted to talk about was the tight ends in fantasy right now.
Yeah,
It,
National Tight End Day.
yeah, that I was talking about that, but also that wasn't even really what I was going to talk about. Obviously, tight ends had a huge day, but just generally speaking, it feels like I don't know. It feels like last year tight ends were like there were a lot of good ones, like
Yeah,
10 plus points per game in half tight ends, and this year there's like two, three, and
like there's
I'm a
more.
fantasy team without a tight end, and it's hard, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I got lucky because well, my team has I have Bowers and
Yeah,
Kate Otten. So
yeah, but like Kate Otten, he'll have a good game, but he's inconsistent. Yeah,
not yet. He's had 18 and 30 the past 2 weeks.
yeah. I mean that's crazy, but I don't
Well,
know.
it's
I
because
just think I
Godwin's
guess
out.
that's probably because Evans and Godwin.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I have him.
Yeah,
I'm actually starting him at flex this week.
and yeah, there you go. And Kittle's been going crazy.
It was going off. I feel
He's
like
getting
there's
wide receiver one numbers.
Njoku's better now. I mean, Mark Andrews has been looking up. Trey
Yeah, a
McBride.
lot of guys have been trending up. It's true.
Yeah, they're definitely getting better. It's taken a bit. It's taken about 10 weeks. So
My point is, as someone who's trying to trade for a tight end right now, it's hard to trade, like to give up value for a guy like Kate Otten or David Njoku, I feel like. Because even if they've been good, like there's just no like you just can't feel comfortable with that continuing throughout the year, I don't feel like. With Njoku, I feel like is a more established, like this guy's actually good.
yeah,
And like
Njoku.
he's the only option, but also it's like they got Jameis as the starting QB and he's probably gonna be like I would imagine Jameis gets maybe one more start where he doesn't play atrocious, and then he'll have like within the next two games, Jameis is going to have a horrific game. Mark my words. Within the next 2 weeks, he'll have a terrible game and he'll probably get benched.
Bench for who though?
Dude,
Like
literally, who's the hyphenated last name backup?
PTO.
Yeah,
Dorian
it's
Thompson
gonna be
Robinson.
him. It's gonna be him for no real reason other than like
He's
the
not good
Browns
though.
season is over, and Jameis is like you're not gonna like find anything out about Jameis right now. Like
Well, okay, in their next games they have Chargers, then a bye week, then New Orleans, then Pittsburgh.
yeah. Either the Chargers or New Orleans, Jameis Winston will throw three or more interceptions and get benched. Mark my words. It could be as soon as this week versus the Chargers. I really do believe.
Okay, I mean that's yeah,
This
I
is
mean
this is how it works with backup quarterback, veteran backup quarterbacks, right?
yeah.
You've seen it over and over. They come in for the young guy who's struggling,
Hmm.
or in this case, Deshaun Watson, whatever it is, and they play like way better than the guy that they replaced for like 2 weeks. And then it's like, okay. They go back down to earth. Maybe
Yeah.
they're not ready for them. They game planned against a different guy. You know what I mean? Whatever it is, the
I would
freshness of a veteran backup getting the start is like a thing.
I would say the exception to that is Joe Flacco because
But
he's been good
even Joe
regardless.
Flacco hasn't been playing great.
He's been he's been okay. He
He,
hasn't
he had good games in the beginning, and then it kind of tapered off a little bit. That didn't happen last year with the Browns, but
yeah.
I still feel like the effect is there, even if Flacco's not becoming terrible and benchable. It's still like right when these guys come in,
Hmm.
they have their best week, like week one, the first week they start. That's what I think with these starting quarterbacks. Like
Yeah.
Dalton hasn't looked like incredible, and he looked really good the first week he started with the Panthers, right?
Yeah, that's true actually.
And then he kind of like, he's not that great. Jameis is going to be the same thing, and also just because we all know who Jameis is as a player, like it's a matter
That's true.
of
Yeah, no,
time.
he's terrible.
Did you watch the game? The Ravens Browns. Did you see?
Yeah, I was watching Red Zone.
He was trying to give that thing away, bro.
Yeah, he threw it right to Kyle Hamilton like
Right
eight.
to him, and Kyle Hamilton dropped it like 5 times in the same play. And
Yeah.
then the next play, he dimes one right over the middle to like the 2 yard line. Like that's just how it goes, bro.
Yeah, Jameis is a high risk, high reward type
Look,
quarterback.
I love Jameis. I love his weird quotes and like all of the, he's just a hilarious, like he seems like a good guy, whatever.
Great guy.
But I gotta be realistic here. Jameis is gonna implode. He's any week. And it's gonna be great. It's gonna be like, aha, that's Jameis right there.
Here's the thing, Jameis doesn't if Jameis implodes, it looks a lot like 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions. That would be an implosion for Jameis.
Okay, that's what it used to look like. I think he could be inefficient and throw many interceptions. I can see it now. I'm watching Red Zone and they flash cut over to the Browns game and I see Jameis dropping back and I know what's gonna happen, bro. You know what I mean? You ever get those on Red Zone?
Yeah.
Cut over to it and and it's a play and you like know that's something like it's whatever. It's a punt and you know the dude's gonna drop it or it's
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, because that's what they do. They cut over and they're just like because they cut over to make you see what happens, like the cool thing that's about to happen, and then yeah, no, I could see that cutting over to Jameis, and it's like and
Oh,
just and a big change just occurred in the Browns Chargers game, and Jameis throws it deep over the middle, and it is right to Derwin James.
yeah, like when he throws interceptions, they are bad
Yeah,
interceptions,
no,
dude.
it's not like a crazy diving play. It's like the DB literally just stands there and catches
Yeah,
it.
it's like what were you possibly thinking throwing that? Like that's what it is most of the time with Jameis. And you throw three of those, your coach is probably gonna pull you in the situation he's in. But yeah,
Yeah.
look, I love Jameis. And honestly, like he's gonna throw like a hilarious interception. It's gonna be an awesome, funny moment. And like that's why I love Jameis. But like, look, he's gonna be fine. I don't think he's gonna be too torn up about it.
Nah, I think if he gets benched, he starts the next week. Like he'll just get benched for the game, not for
Yeah,
this
I
season.
agree. I agree. I think so. But I don't think he'll be efficient really after that. He'll just be okay.
Yeah.
Did you see his interview? He said, "When I'm making great decisions, I am an excellent NFL quarterback." That's like, yeah, like that's true. But that's
Yeah.
like a huge, like when I am, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
Huge,
a big if, my friend.
giant, like it changes everything. If like you might as well say like I'm a good player when I play good, bro.
Yeah.
Like yeah, Jameis, you definitely can throw the rock. We know that, but
No, he can stun
sometimes
it.
you just decide to throw the rock somewhere you definitely shouldn't.
Like if I could throw every ball perfectly, I'd be a great NFL quarterback. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
basically, bro. Yeah.
Nah, he's hilarious though. Really is.
We were talking about tight ends. We got a little sidetracked here.
Yeah, we just want to talk about Jameis.
No, Jameis is a great talking point, bro.
I think it's
He's so
cool how the tight ends always go off on National Tight Ends Day. It's like
yeah,
it's
me too.
like become a yearly thing. They just always go off.
Mm, this was like the biggest week for it for
Yeah,
sure.
dude, people made a lot of money on that.
Yeah, I know.
They just bet like 7 leg, 8 leg parlays of anytime tight end touchdown, and tight ends had like 35 touchdowns this week or something, which
Yeah,
is ridiculous.
yeah, it was nuts. All right, and yeah, you wanted to talk a little bit about the Giants. Let's not talk too much about it, honestly.
I don't have that much to say. Start over. Yeah,
Yeah,
don't worry.
I
I
mean,
don't have that much to say. Just start over.
it's over. It's over. The season is over. Honestly, the regime might be over. It's
I don't
crazy to
mind.
say.
I don't mind Shane. Dayball. Daniel Jones. Please leave my team.
Yeah, Daniel Jones will be leaving the team. I think we should probably bench him because if he gets injured, which he's been known to do, then we have to pay him money, a lot of money next year. I'm pretty sure it's like maybe $20 million next year if he doesn't like hit a certain snap count this season, which maybe he already hit it. I'm not sure, but I would sit him.
Yeah.
I don't. I mean, who
Give
do we have
give,
backing up? Drew Lock?
give Tommy DeVito a chance.
Yeah, sure, whatever, dude.
Why
Give
not?
whoever you want a chance. Like it doesn't matter if we lose games at this point. Like,
Yeah.
let's just give up on Daniel Jones. And also, I don't want to give Daniel Jones any time to like randomly play well at the end of the year and like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm not. I'm
Like,
not.
let's just cut it right now. All right.
Yeah.
We've seen enough. Put him on the bench,
Because we,
cut him
we
at the
all
end of
we
the
all know how
year.
the story goes, right? He plays awful, and then he's gonna have like 4 games where he looks like Lamar Jackson, right? Which are not like they're gonna be against bad defenses, or they're
No.
gonna get like he's gonna get lucky or something. and then it's gonna change everyone's mind, and Dayball and Shane are gonna be like, oh well, he's got something here. We could definitely develop this, and then they're gonna start him again next year and draft a freaking tackle in the first round, and it's just no, 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 no.
I think Dable and Shane hate Daniel Jones.
Oh, I know they do. I know they
I
do.
don't think there's any chance that they would be on board with keeping him no matter what. But it's, dude, our owner has been meddling in that apparently.
Yeah, no,
But
just
yeah, I mean,
play bad, continue to play bad. As long as we keep losing games, I'll be happy because the more games we lose, the better quarterback we get.
we just need a quarterback, you never want to, some people say it's kind of like a fake fan thing to root for your team to lose, and it's like it's not that I'm happy that they lose. You know what I mean? It's just like at
Yeah,
this point, I'm cutting my losses on the Giants season here. I don't really see any, especially in the situation we're in. Like you could like if you have a young team that's bad and they like show something at the end of the year, then that's valuable, sure. But with a team led by a guy who we all know is not the guy, and like with already our coaches, our we don't even know if our coach is the guy. Like all we have on offense that we really like is neighbors.
I like Tracy.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I like Tracy, especially after last week. But I mean, he's not really like he's not like the identity of this team or anything. Like this team needs a new identity. So I don't really care
Here's
if
my
we lose a
plan.
bunch
My
of
plan
games.
is, well, first of all, with Dayball, I like keeping Dayball unless we can get Ben Johnson, the Lions OC. I love Ben Johnson. That dude has been elite for years. If we can get him and fire Dayball, I'll be fine with that. Other than that, keep Dayball. You get in the conference room, you sit down, Shane, Dayball, and Malik Neighbors. You say, what quarterback do you want, Malik? And you draft that quarterback. Take whatever it takes. You draft that quarterback. You want to know why? Because Malik Neighbors is the best thing that's happened to us since OBJ. And look what happened with OBJ. We went to one playoff game, one, in his whole time with the Giants. And what happened is we had a quarterback who was like at the end of his career throwing OBJ hospital passes. He had like four leg injuries, and then he left.
You know
So
what we got for OBJ though?
what do we get?
You know what the pick that we got for OBJ turned into?
Dexter? Yeah. Okay.
So, I
Yeah,
mean,
but we're still bad, so it doesn't matter.
okay, yes, but think about having Odell right now versus having Dexter Lawrence.
That's true, actually.
It's
Yeah,
a massive, massive difference.
that's true.
Yeah,
That
I mean,
Dexter's awesome.
Dexter Lawrence is unreal, by the way. Can we take a second while we're talking about the Giants? I mean, talk
Uh,
about bright spots.
yeah, defensive
He
player of the
leads
year.
the NFL in sacks.
Yeah, as a D tackle, he has like the most sacks for a D tackle ever.
It's insane. He's 9 sacks already. What are we halfway through the year?
Yeah, watching film on him is pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie. It
Yeah, he just pummels guys. Pushes them back 10 yards.
he lifted a center off the ground.
Yeah, he's a
Like
beast.
it's unreal what he's doing. I'd say defensive player of the year right now by far.
Definitely. I agree. Did you see I saw a clip recently of him mic'd up. It was
Mhm.
like a compilation of him mic'd up. I'd never heard him mic'd up before. And he
Yeah.
was shit talking, which is pretty sick to see. I gotta find it and send it to you. It's a great video. It's just basically him telling dude the offensive lineman like they're in the huddle and he's like standing right on the line, just like yelling at him.
It sounds like him. Yeah,
Yeah, he's a
I love.
funny dude. Yeah, he's a funny guy.
He's a great guy. All right.
Yeah, love Dex. Love Dex. Still so young too.
Yeah.
Got to keep him around. Giant for life.
Hopefully, I had a
No matter
question.
where you're at, bro. No matter where our team is at, you want a guy like that.
We need him. He's our defense.
Yeah, he's
I
a
had a
monster.
question for you.
Yes, sir.
Who do you think is the best true team in football right now? Because the Chiefs are 7-0, but the Chiefs kind of look like eh. I have my pick. I know who I think it is.
All right, you go first.
I think it's the Lions.
Yeah,
The Lions aren't just beating teams. The Lions, and these aren't good teams. The Lions are embarrassing teams.
they came to mind for sure.
I think by far right now, and don't get me wrong, I love the Chiefs. I love Mahomes. I'm like a big like I want Mahomes to be better than Brady guy. But right now, if I had to put the Chiefs versus Lions in a Super Bowl, I think the Lions would probably blow them out. Honestly, the Lions look unreal.
Yeah. Ah, I think I'm going with the Ravens.
Even after this week.
And I'm not, yeah, I 100%. I'm not gonna let recency bias sway me on the Ravens. Like they look, they played the Browns. The Browns always play the Ravens tough, no matter how bad they are in recently. And it's a division matchup. They were away. Tough
Mm,
game, dude. A lot of stuff didn't go their way.
called it.
They dropped three Jameis interceptions. Like,
You literally called it. So
yeah, that was crazy. But yeah, like I don't know. I don't think that this is really I don't think it says anything about the Ravens. The Ravens are loaded, dude. Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry on its own is probably the most problematic QB running back, like running duo ever, like ever. They're just so complementary to each other too. Good defense.
yeah, I guess the Lions did lose Aiden Hutchinson, which sucks.
Yeah, that is big. I think Lions versus Ravens would be the best game in football right now.
I would agree with that.
I think that would be the matchup most people would want to see because people are kind of sick of the Chiefs generally anyway.
Yeah, but I mean they're gonna be good every year if they have a defense like
Yep,
Mahomes. So
definitely. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see if the Lions can get over the hump this year. Still never made a Super Bowl.
yeah, that's true.
So they've been so close. I think it could be unless the Niners resurge if McCaffrey comes back. I could see that.
On it, dude, I don't think the Niners are doing anything. I actually have a hot take. I think the Rams are gonna win that division.
Yeah, the division is definitely up for grabs over there.
Yeah, no, I could see the Rams winning that.
Yeah. All right, you
Uh,
want to pull up grids?
yeah, I can pull up mine. There we go.
Yeah, bro. Good pull with Kevin Zietler.
Yeah, the top two I didn't get. This is
Yeah, I was
well,
having a really hard time with that too, actually, which is embarrassing because it's the Giants. Like, come on.
yeah, but I don't know. It's just hard. Did you get all nine?
I did. You'll know the guys I got for those two slots. They weren't good pulls. They were like probably the most common ones. But okay, for the first one, I don't wonder if you'll remember this guy who I have. Do you remember Will Hill?
Will Hill. That's familiar. Was it like a safety or a cornerback
Yeah,
or
safety. Okay,
yeah.
so do you remember the play where the Ravens blocked the Browns field goal and returned it for
Yeah,
a
that was
touchdown?
Will Hill, right?
That was Will Hill. He was on the Giants before that. He was pretty good for us too.
Nice.
Yeah, so that was a pretty solid pull. This one, Eagles Giants. I mean, Saquon didn't work because this is an older grid, I guess. But I mean, that's pretty like high percent one anyway. I
Yeah.
got James Bradbury, which is not
Yeah.
impressive, but
I blanked.
something. And for Texans, I got Tyrod Taylor.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, but Texans was giving me problems, bro.
Yeah.
I
I
thought of
actually
another one for the Giants that I don't remember, but yeah.
I had one for the Giants and Eagles that didn't work in here, and then I looked it up and confirmed that he was on both those teams. His name's Tyree Jackson. He was a tight end, and
You
I
have
guess
to have played a game with the team,
yeah,
regular season, I believe.
yeah, that's probably it.
It could be. Because
What
that
about
guy's a bum. All right.
so,
For Ravens touchdown, you got Melvin.
yeah?
That's a solid one. I honestly forgot he was on the Ravens.
What'd you get?
I got Latavius Murray.
What percent was that?
He was .86.
Man,
Yeah.
that was a good pull.
Pretty comparable, I feel like those two guesses, honestly.
Yeah, just old RBs on the Ravens.
Yeah. Okay, you got Darren Sproles there. I got DeMarco Murray at 2.2.
Dang.
Yeah, I mean, people forget he was on the Eagles, I guess. It was just 1 year.
Yeah.
Pretty random tenure there. And I also had Brock for the Texans in 1+. It's a good pull. There wasn't much there. The Texans have been
Oh,
pretty
it
bad.
wasn't. I tried Alfred Blue. Tried a bunch.
Alfred Blue, that's a late night fun.
Yeah.
Wow. What a guy, Alfred Blue. Yeah, I don't know if Foster would have done this.
Foster did. He was at 34% though. Way too high.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I was thinking Rex Burkhead probably had this one, but I didn't try him.
You can try him
I
right
think
now.
Osmond was probably better than all those.
Let's try Rex Burkhead. Yeah, he's at 4.8%, so he's lower.
Still Brock.
Yeah, that's what
There he is. Good old Rex. And all right, moving on to the 80 receptions one. Oh, I had a fire one for the Baltimore.
which one?
Danny Woodhead.
Oh, he had 80 receptions in a
Bro,
season.
that's all he did, bro. You got to put him into. You got to see the picture that they pull up for him. Look at this.
Yo, what the heck? No, that's fire.
The homie, dude.
Yo,
What a
what?
guy.
0.038. That's
Yeah,
ridiculous. That's like
I don't
gotta
even
be,
know how that works, but
that's gotta be the best one out there.
yeah, I don't know. No one had that one. For Eagles 80 plus, I kept it on the ground with this one and went Darren Sproles for here.
I'm guessing that was lower.
He was 0.46.
You're cooking me here.
Yeah, you had Sproles in the wrong spot. That's all.
Yeah,
And for this one, I got Danny Amendola, 2.1.
nice. That's a good
Yeah.
one.
So I think I evened it back up this week in the grid.
You did, definitely. Yeah, you cooked me here.
Yeah.
Danny Woodhead, what an amazing find.
Look at that guy, bro. Who is that guy on his left? It kind of looks like a big cat from Barstool.
This
The
guy?
big- Yeah. I
He
don't
look-
think it is, but it looks like him.
That's crazy. It's a funny ass picture though.
Anyway,
All right, well, you cooked me on there.
a little bit, but hey, you got me last week pretty good. So, do you have anything NBA you wanted to talk about? I haven't really been paying attention yet. There's too much else going on right now in sports for me.
Yeah, there's a lot going on right now in the NBA, I guess. I put slow start for the Knicks.
Mhm.
No, I mean I'm not too worried. We're only 1-2. We play in I think 15 minutes. Um,
Expected almost with such a new group of guys. They need time to,
no, but that's why there's an 82 game season. And then actually I want to talk about fast start for the Lakers. 3-1.
you know?
They look good. Yeah. They don't usually win early in the season. They usually have to like come back and find their way in the playoffs and then make a run. But finally they look like a good team. So
I mean, AD has been playing out of his mind, right?
yeah, he looks like an MVP candidate.
He averaged 36 a game right now.
Yeah, they're playing right now. They play the Cavs. Cavs are 4-0. It's in Cleveland, so I'll probably watch that game honestly
That's a good game.
because if they win this game, it's a big win right there. It's a good team.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all. That's really all I had for NBA. Nothing big has happened yet. We'll wait for someone to like drop. Oh, Paolo had 50.
I did see that. That was
That was pretty
crazy.
cool. He looks nice.
Yeah.
Magic looked nice. Yeah.
Interesting player.
Well, he almost had a 50-point triple double too.
Like what is he like what is his like strong suit offensively? He's not
I
like an elite shooter. He's a good shooter and but like he's not like
I don't know. I think he has like a kind of like a LeBron comp where he's not really elite at anything. He just kind of gets his shot when he wants it. And
LeBron is elite at getting to the rim, I would say.
I would say Paolo is also elite at that.
Okay. That makes
He's
sense for his
huge,
build and everything. Yeah.
6'10", and he
Yeah.
moves like he moves quick.
Yeah, he's definitely got the LeBron build.
He's also a great passer too, which is I like about him. And then he's 6'10", so he grabs boards. Yeah, no, he's a really good all-around player. I think he definitely doesn't get enough credit. He plays on a small market team, so and
Yeah, he
they've
seems like a star.
and they've been asked like his whole career. So yeah, no, he'll get more credit soon, but he's a good player.
Orlando Magic. They were okay last year. They had some games.
Yeah, made the playoffs.
I remember I bet on him to beat the Nuggets one time at like plus 370 and smacked it. That was a good
Dang,
time.
dang, it was a lot better game.
Oh, I just threw it in before the game. Because I saw 90% of the public was on Denver spread, which was like, all right, like that's a lot. So I just took the other side. Just
You always bet against the public.
yeah, I mean, it's generally a good idea. So yeah, fade the public there. The public got railed and I made a bit of money. All right, so one thing we forgot to talk about for NFL, which is pretty sick for us actually, was our underdog of the week.
Oh shit.
Which we got to start out by talking about last week.
I mean, dude, we went crazy.
We took two. I think the Titans were the biggest underdog of the week at plus 370. And then I think the two teams that we took were maybe the next biggest underdogs. In the Browns over the Ravens, which was my pick at 330, and the
Yeah,
Pats over the Jets, was it?
yeah. Pats over the Jets at plus
Six.
280.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
I got it at 260. But yeah, dude, I mean, and actually I'm proud to say that I placed bets on both of those games. So I made about 100 bucks off that. Pretty
dang.
sweet. I also had some more hits, but we'll talk about those at the end. But yeah, coming off just a spectacular week, 2 for 2 on huge underdogs. I
Yeah,
mean,
those were gigantic picks.
dude, and I was joking saying we should have parlayed him. We totally should have parlayed him. Imagine.
Dude, imagine.
Oh
Oh
my
my
God.
God.
Hey, bro, how about those Browns? That was a crazy
Dang,
call.
I was like shocked.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
the
dude, I
Patriots
wasn't
pick.
shocked. I wasn't shocked. I thought they had a chance. And I was talking to my dad, and he said that he felt like they had a chance too. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's the formula that I got from that, right?
Mhm.
Division matchup at home. Both of our guys. I think that that is a solid formula for uh for a dub. So, in the spirit of that, for this week, even though we just got done trashing them and saying how we don't want them to win, I'm taking the Giants at home versus Washington, plus 165 for no good reason, really. I mean, other than the fact that the Giants, aside from like some terrible blunders in the game against the Steelers, like they weren't that bad. Like they put up some points. It's not like they got like
Yeah.
skunked. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, they played okay,
So, and I think, and Washington is coming off a not so great week.
even though they won.
I don't have which I mean, that was insane. But I don't know. I don't have a ton of reasoning other than what I just said. Division matchup, Giants are at home. Washington's coming off like a ridiculous game. Sometimes can be an adrenaline dump a little bit.
Yeah.
Daniels is banged up still. Brian Robinson is questionable. Uh, Obviously, the Giants are struggling a lot, but I think they have a chance. I think they have a solid chance this week. I kind of wish the odds were a little bit better, but it's okay.
Yeah, I mean, we have historically owned the Commanders, so I wouldn't be surprised if we accidentally win a game this week.
Hmm. Yep, they would suck, kind of, but hey, throw some money on them to make up for it.
May as well.
Yeah.
Um, I'm gonna take the Patriots again.
Patriots guy. You like
Yeah. And
Jacksonville this week?
there's not really a great reason for this other than I just think the Titans are really bad.
They got the
And I
Titans.
mean,
Okay.
the Patriots looked good. Yeah, they beat the Jets. And w one thing I want to talk about is who makes the odds? Why are the Texans underdogs against the Jets?
Yeah, that
Who
was.
is making this?
It's got to be a trap, right?
Yeah.
But
Like,
also, then again, the Jets have been favored in like every game, and they just keep losing. Like,
yeah, so I think if they're trying to set a trap and the Jets just don't get the message and they just keep losing. That's what I think it is. And then,
they're like, all right, Jets, you got to win this week, all right? We're
yeah,
putting you as underdogs, or we're putting you as favorites again. And they're like, oh, we got this, dude. And then they're like, oh, well,
bag.
I mean,
No,
I would
that's pretty.
love to talk about the Jets all day, man. I mean, it's just actually crazy how bad the Jets are.
No, but I'm gonna go Patriots again.
Yeah.
Drake May, Jacoby Brissett, whatever. They're for some reason underdogs on the road against the Titans, but the Patriots have looked good and the Titans have not. So I'll just take them. I think,
Patriots have a quarterback, looks like.
yeah, they
Titans do
do.
not.
That's also true. No, yeah, I like them this
But
week.
what are their odds this week?
They're plus 155.
Okay, solid. All right,
Yeah,
there you go. You heard it here first from the hottest pickers in the game,
easily.
easily. There.
Lock it in, Patriots. Lock it in, Giants. You can parlay them. You can put your mortgage on them. It's gonna hit.
I will say I didn't love anything this week like I did last week, but
Yeah, no.
it's got to pick something. That's what I'm going with. I like the Patriots pick as well. All right, let's do a little college football next if you got anything on your mind. I think OSU's got a big matchup.
Yeah, I have a little OSU versus Penn State preview. We're gonna beat them. That's my prediction.
There
Well,
it is. When do you guys
we've
play?
put ourselves in a position where this has become our biggest game of the season, and then the Michigan game, and well, then the Indiana game will be, and then the Michigan game, and then if we get there, another rematch with Oregon. So now we have four games that we don't really have a choice on whether we want to win or lose them. Now we have to win them because of the loss to Oregon. So, yeah, I think we're the better team. I don't
Your
think Penn
favorite.
State. Yeah, I don't think Penn State's that good, and I think that at some point we just have to understand that our team has the most talent in the country, right? There's a reason why at the beginning of the season we were favored in like everything. We were favored against Oregon. We're still favored against Penn State. Like, there's a reason why. We have to understand that and just go out there and play football and win. Even though we had a bit of a squeaker versus Nebraska this week.
I did see that, yeah.
Yeah.
A little tighter than
No,
you probably would have hoped.
way tighter, but no, I think we go on the road and get the dub.
Dub's a dub.
We've been good versus Penn State recently, and I think that continues. We have a better quarterback this year, and we still won last year. So
All right.
yeah,
There you go. And college football playoffs, I did see a graphic on social media about like the if it were to end right now type of thing, who would be in? And I noticed Alabama was not in. I guess
they
they're
will not.
you don't think they're gonna make it?
Dude, they've been bad. All
I know,
right,
but but 2 weeks
let's
ago,
go.
everyone said they were the best.
So right now it would be pretty much the top 12, and then instead of who do we kick out? Because you have to kick out someone because you need to have
Is Boise top 12?
no, they're 15, but
The graphic I saw had Boise State in the at the
they
12th
have
spot.
to be in there because you have to have a non-power four team.
So there you go. It'll probably be them.
Yeah. So, but I'm thinking who would they kick out right now? Probably Clemson, just because, yeah, probably Clemson.
Yeah, I
Because
feel like that was probably what they did. I don't remember seeing.
Indiana's undefeated and Miami is probably going to win the ACC. So, yeah, I'd say Clemson's gone. And then you add in Boise State. As of right now, that would be what they do.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be really fun. There's a lot of teams in there. Like, you got BYU at 9, Miami at 5, Iowa State at 11, and Indiana at 12. That I think is all going to be it's going to be really fun for sure.
Yeah, let me just say I'm a huge fan of the update to the college playoffs.
Yeah, me too. No, this
Long
is going to be
overdue. Four teams is just not. I mean, come on, that's so boring. You don't have any
the same
chance
teams every
for
year.
a run or anything like that. It's that sucks.
Now
This is
we're
so exciting and so much better.
yeah, especially because you compare it like, the college football playoff ends, and then 2 months later you get March Madness, which is like the greatest
Yeah, yeah.
bracket sports event in the history of the world.
Yep.
So college football had to make a change. They made the right one. This is going to be a fun winter for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, I think I could find myself pretty invested into that, even though I don't watch a ton of college.
Yeah. I mean, think about it. The only team that's not going to be a Power Five, Power Four school in there is going to have arguably the best offensive player in the country.
Yeah. And also I feel like college is pretty I feel like it's a little bit more open than it has been maybe in past years.
This year especially, there's been some upsets,
That's
and
what I'm saying.
even though Oregon right now is like a classic one seed, like they're 8-0, they're undefeated, they've beaten everybody. Dude, they
They
could be
could
they
lose.
could beat. They're a beatable team. Every team is beatable, including my Ohio State Buckeyes. Every team is beatable right now.
What I was saying before though, like what was Alabama ranked after they beat Georgia?
One.
How long ago was that? 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, but then you lose two.
I know, but I'm just saying it's just wild that there's that turnaround where they're the number one ranked team and now they're not even gonna make the playoffs. That's crazy.
Okay, well, the Vanderbilt loss kills them because
Yeah.
Vanderbilt, that's a terrible loss.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. I guess the SEC's gotten better, but do they play Texas this year? They don't. They lost to Tennessee too, who they've had some trouble against recently in
hmm
recent years. And then they have another big one. They have LSU this week in Baton Rouge.
Yeah, they could lose that.
they could also lose that, and that would solidify. Like they're hanging on by a thread right now. They're probably at like 8%. That would put them out.
So I
You're
have
not
a
making.
question. Are there way more like games between good teams this year because there's a 12 team playoff? So it's like teams are more willing to like play good teams and maybe get a loss on their record.
Um,
I feel like they're all like a lot of the top teams have been playing each other more than usual maybe.
I think it's actually a good question.
So I feel like Bama's schedule is not usually that hard. I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't really know what I'm talking about here, but I just feel like there have been
It's
a lot
hard
more games
because
between ranked teams.
they've they've changed a lot of it, right? So a lot of the conferences have been realigned, so
Yeah.
that might be part of it. And then yeah, I think that could definitely be a possibility. What you're saying that they're more willing to take a loss.
Because I
But
think they do have a say in their schedule, yeah?
yeah, because at the beginning of the season they can either choose to play like teams. I don't even know. Like I know they can choose to play like FCS teams and like pay them to play them.
Yeah, exactly. So
Like it's horrible teams that they're going to beat down.
I
And they
know.
still did that a little bit, but there's definitely been some better games this year. A lot more upsets. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like college football, the NIL, it's got to be the reason, but whatever it is, I feel like college football is really very entertaining right now. Seems to
Yeah.
me.
Well, I mean, the NIL has really changed everything because it's taken a team like Miami, right? Miami's a school that makes a lot of money. They make a
Mhm.
lot of money,
Yeah.
right? And they were never good at football, but now they can pay their players. And
Hmm.
now they know, and now they're top five for the first time in like a lot of years. So, you know, it changed it.
Yeah. I think it made it more interesting, even though it's, maybe a debatable topic.
I love it. They deserve it. These kids work, I don't want to say just as hard as NFL athletes, but they're a lot of them are going to be NFL athletes. So these
Yeah,
kids
no,
work.
I think I don't have any problem with them getting paid. I'm just saying, is it good for the sport to have that be the setup? I'm not sure long term what it'll look like there, but yeah, it's definitely
Yeah,
exciting right now.
I like it right now. I think it looks good.
Yeah. All right. Talk about a little UFC here. Uh, great,
El
great.
Matador.
Yeah, great card this weekend. And I actually I think I watched almost every fight in the prelim card and the main card because my buddy was visiting, who's a big UFC guy. So we were watching and throwing some bets, and it was a great time. Some highlights. Let's see. I don't know if there's anything from the preliminary card. There was there was a KO in 51 seconds in one of them. That's pretty.
Jeez.
Yeah, there were a lot of quick fights in a row, it felt like. The one before that was a minute 30 into the first round, so pretty quick there too. And then in the first fight of the main card, Sharapudin Magomedov, who, I mean, you got to pull up a picture of this guy. He is a scary looking man.
Yeah, he's got red hair everywhere. Oh
You
my
see his
God.
eye?
Oh, he has like a blue eye, right?
His eye, he's like completely blind in one of his eyes. It's like
From
gray.
fighting, right?
It's crazy. And I
It's
think
from
he's like
fighting.
not allowed to fight technically because his eyes, he can't see out of his eye.
Well, he does it anyways, and he seems to be pretty good at it.
Yeah, I don't know. There's some weird thing with that. But yeah, he had insane highlight KO on the guy that he fought. He hit him with like I'm not like a fighting. I don't know the lingo exactly,
Yeah.
but he hit him with one of these, a spinning like elbow basically, and
Jeez.
he catches him a little bit and knocks him back, and then immediately snaps back with the other elbow and just catches him clean in the jaw. Absolutely disgusting. Dude goes down right away. He's not even like knocked out, but like he's totally like he's done. And the dude
Yeah.
doesn't even normally let when they knock a guy down, and even if he's like looks like he's out, they'll like hammer fist him a couple
Yeah.
times in the
Just
face.
like make sure.
Yeah, yeah. Until the ref calls it, they're gonna beat on him. And this dude just he hits him with that elbow and just walks away, bro. Like he knew right,
He
like
just
he
do
felt the connection.
it. It's like when you hit a home run and you just know. Like he
Exactly,
just hit the
exactly.
yeah, he knew.
Yeah, no doubter out of the elbow of this guy. And then he's an interesting guy because he's from Dagestan, like all the other guys, the wrestlers, but he's
Yeah.
not really a wrestler at all. He's a striker, which is weird. And I don't think he's even very good at wrestling, which is kind of funny. Let's see. Next fight was Lerone Murphy, Dan Ige. Pretty boring fight, if I recall. Went to decision. It was. not a ton of action in that one. Murphy won. The next one was Magomed Ankalev versus Alexander Rakic, and this was the first leg of one of my locks from last week.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, that thing cashed. He won by decision, but it wasn't like a necessarily a dominant performance, but like I'm pretty sure it was unanimous decision. Like he
Yeah, it was unanimous.
he clearly won it. And yeah, I don't know. Not a ton to report from that one, but this dude is going to be he's moving up the ranks. He might be the number one ranked.
I
Like
heard that I heard he's the winner of this fight was fighting Pereira.
yeah, and I think that that is probably correct because I would imagine Ankalaev is the one, the number one contender in light heavyweight. But it's just a matter of this guy is probably one of those guys who only fights in the Middle East, basically. So
Yeah.
we'll see when the next event for that is because Pereira might not wait around that long. He likes to fight a lot.
Yeah, I mean, if you win a lot, you like to fight a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's older and he's making a ton of money, so who can blame him? And then we get to the co-main event, which was Chimaev versus Robert Whitaker. Chimaev is I mean, first of all, he's an absolute animal. If you watch this fight, I don't know if you did.
I didn't know the only fight I saw was the title fight.
Yeah.
That was the
Okay.
only one.
So, you know Khabib?
I do know Khabib, yeah.
Okay. This dude is, and Khabib was like pretty much unbeatable. No one ever got him to bleed. No one ever knocked him down. Like he was completely like he was a fortress out there because all he would do was he would shoot for the takedown immediately, get it every time, and just dominate on the ground. Like he would just wrestle you and just
Yeah.
basically get a better position and destroy you every time. That was what he would do. He would never know like I think he took a dude down like 16 times in one fight just because he felt like it. He was just picking him up and throwing him down. He's retired, but he's one of the greats.
Yeah, people
Maya
say,
fights like he fought. He is a spider monkey out there, dude. I
jeez.
think he shot for a takedown at the legs of Whitaker probably 7 seconds into this fight immediately. And then he took him down and dominated him on the ground the entire fight. And then this submission was absolutely unreal. It was like it was so weird to watch in real time because he's like on his back, which is not a place you want a guy to be. That's like the worst place they can be because you can't really do anything to them and they can, choke you out and stuff.
Yeah.
He's on his back and he's got the arm, but and this is like a rear naked choke is what it's called. And
Hmm.
it's basically like if he gets that arm under the chin, you're choked out, like you're done,
Yeah. You
cannot
gotta tap.
recover. So, but like most guys, they'll have it like around here, but they'll have their chin down and they won't be able to get it under. And he kind of looked like he had that, and then out of nowhere, Whitaker just taps immediately, like taps the canvas immediately, like which these guys, even when the arm is under, they'll wait until they're just about passed out to tap. You,
Yeah.
so you're like, okay, something bad just happened to him, like because he tapped right away. And dude, Chimaev just he got his arm here and like jerked it and just ripped his jaw. Like he totally like he dislocated his jaw. I'm pretty sure is what happened. And
She,
there's this grotesque picture of it online. I don't even know how it works exactly, but it's like his mouth's open and like three of his teeth are like in the like complete wrong spot, bro. It's like his jaw's down here and his three of his teeth are up here. You can look it up if you want. I wouldn't necessarily recommend it. It's pretty gnarly, but I mean, this dude he's a scary man. So
jeez.
strong. And yeah, I mean, he that was
Yeah.
it was almost like a scary thing to see that what he was doing to him. And yeah, I mean, Chimaev has got to be. He doesn't fight that much, and he's like friends with some dictator, so he's not allowed in the States, I don't think. But
I
he's
would.
got to be the number one contender in his weight class as well. After that, I think he's Duplessis is the champion in there,
Hmm.
and
Middleweight.
yeah, I think that would be an excellent fight. And I'm not even sure who would win, but after watching Chimaev do that, dude, I mean that was insane. And then the last fight was also a great fight, Topuria versus Holloway.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was fun to
And you got
watch.
to watch that one.
I
Topuria
did.
is a monster, dude.
Yeah, now he's gonna be the champ for a while, it looks like.
Yeah, I mean, you never know, of course. There's always it's a very fast-growing sport, but yeah, I mean, Holloway is pretty much regarded as one of the best strikers in the game, and Topuria beat him at striking. He didn't even go to the ground, I don't think.
No,
I,
not
which is
even.
crazy because he definitely could have done that if he wanted to, or if he felt the need to, I guess is a better way to put it. And he just didn't. He just stayed on the feet, and
I mean, he did say he was gonna be the first guy to knock out Max Holloway, and he was the first guy to knock out Max Holloway.
yep, he
Yeah.
certainly was. That was a he's an elite boxer. He's just a well-rounded fighter, and that's what you need to be a champion in the UFC. Because if you're just a striker like Holloway, you'll get exploited. And Ilya is an excellent striker, maybe better than Holloway even, but he has the ground game
Yeah.
too if he needs it. So
He's nasty. That dude is absolutely nasty.
yeah, he's a monster. He's really, really good. And then, everyone was pretty sad to see Holloway go down, but I don't think anyone was too surprised. So yeah, pretty awesome,
No.
awesome UFC card there. Really fun
What
to
about
watch through and through. A lot of highlights, KOs, insane stuff. Yeah.
what about this upcoming week? Is there anything we should look out for? Or-
I'm not gonna probably know who these guys are. I'll take a look at it. Moreno. Okay,
I've
I know
heard of
Brandon Moreno.
I've heard of Derek Lewis.
Oh, the Black Beast. That's his nickname.
Yeah,
Oh, actually, there was one
that's
more
his
funny
nickname. He
thing
has
from
some funny ass moments.
there was one more hilarious thing from UFC 308 in the preliminary card. Oh my God, Chris Barnett, bro. You gotta look this guy up.
Oh yeah, I've heard of this guy.
He's just like,
He like slammed.
dude, he's like 5'8". Yeah, he like did a flip and like landed on his ass. He's like 5'8" and like humongously fat. And now he's like getting old. And he was fighting some dude who looked like a Greek god out there. The dude he was fighting was like 6 inches taller than him, like absolutely jacked. And he's just like chubby, like 5'9" dude. And bro, he gets out there and he does like a big like sumo stomp. You know what I mean? Like he brings his knees
Yeah.
up and stomps the ground with both feet, and he like lands awkwardly, and he definitely like injured himself because he was like he basically had to like get out of the fight. Like the fight ended because he couldn't like stand, bro. His leg, he couldn't stand on his legs. He
Gee.
was hobbling around, and then he just got punched in the face over and over. And then and the dude he was fighting was like kind of like pretty like not good. But this dude was just so pathetic out there. He couldn't even stand up. He looks like this old, fat, out of shape guy. And then eventually he just like, kind of fell over, and the dude just started punching him in the face. And then and then he goes down, and they're interviewing the guy who won, and you could see in the background he's just like laying there, like on his stomach still, like 2 minutes after. Like this dude got embarrassed. Like he should never fight again. I don't know.
Yeah, I think
Build worked for him, I guess, for a little bit, but yeah, he's
he probably tore his ACL.
yeah, he did he hurt himself to the point where he couldn't stand, bro.
38.
Yeah, he's done, bro. He's done. I don't think he'll get another fight. Especially he didn't look good. He looked out of shape, bro. He looked bad.
Yeah, I mean he's fat, dude.
Yeah, he's just
Man,
a big fat guy.
man.
Yeah, so that was pretty funny. Next big fight for UFC is it's gonna be the John Jones fight, which is maybe
Yeah.
gonna be his last fight of his career in
Well,
MSG.
I'm excited I get to catch one before he retires because
Yeah,
I've heard he's
he
like one of the
he's
great.
he's something, John Jones. I mean, he's obviously an absolute animal, but I mean, he's such a weird, scary guy too. He's brothers with Chandler Jones.
Oh God.
Yeah. I wouldn't say it's that far. Chandler Jones has honestly probably taken more head trauma than John has. John is pretty dominant fighter. He doesn't get hurt that much usually, but
Yeah.
yeah, he's a weird guy. Like
Oh, we got
he's weird.
Charles Oliveira's fighting in this
Yeah,
card too.
he's the undercard for that one. Bo Nickel as well is a up and coming, just insane wrestler. He's gonna dominate Paul Craig. I'll tell you that. Tell you that for free. Odds are gonna be like -1,000. But yeah, UFC is awesome, and I'm excited to continue to watch it. I'm excited for the John Jones fight. I wish I could go in person somehow. That'd be so cool. It's
Where
in
is it?
MSG.
Oh, is it actually?
Yeah, but it's gonna be just stupid prices, and it's also such a small like octagon. Like if you get bad seats, it's not really even worth it.
Yeah, it's gonna cost a fortune to even have it to be worth it to go.
Yeah, but I would love to go to one of those sometime. But
Yeah,
yeah, all right. Should we finish out with our lock riser faller here?
I think we should.
All right, last week for me, I had two locks, both at plus 160, both cashed. I mean, come on. You put that with the Browns? Come on. I had
That's a
Hurts
lot of
anytime
money.
touchdown. He had three of them. I had I had the last three guys that we just talked about in UFC, Ankalaev, who won by decision, Chimaev, who broke the dude's jaw, and Topuria, who KO'd Max Holloway for the first time. If you parlayed those three, which I did, then you had plus 160 odds on that. Easy money. Jalen Hurts, same thing, plus 160. I don't know how that happened. I don't understand how he was plus 160.
Morons.
Got three of them things. And he was on my fantasy team, and the guy on the other team at Saquon Barkley. So I mean,
Wow. What a week.
talk about a good day for me there. This
Yeah.
week, I don't know. They hadn't put out all the props that I wanted on DraftKings yet for the
Yeah,
week.
they don't have any. I looked and there's like nothing there.
So I had to pivot a little bit, and I ended up going with a parlay of Eagles -3 and Saints -3. They both play really bad teams. I don't see no. Okay, Eagles play Jacksonville at home,
Hmm.
and they've been rolling lately. So -3. It's an alternate spread. It's like -250, but -3 feels like a lock.
Yeah.
Saints -3. They're playing the Panthers. They're at Carolina, but I mean, if Bryce Young is starting, I don't see any way
No,
that.
that doesn't really matter. No, that's
Especially
a
if, well, if Derek Carr, this actually is contingent on Derek Carr playing and also Bryce Young starting. If Derek Carr plays in Dalton, if Dalton
Bryce
starts,
Young
the
is
odds are
starting.
even worse. Sorry, what'd you say?
Bryce Young is starting.
He is. I mean, yeah, but I mean, what if he could get pulled in the first half or something? I don't know.
That's
If
true.
Bryce Young is starting, then I feel good about it. If Dalton's starting, the odds are going to change, and I still would probably take it, but I would maybe adjust the spread to reflect the different odds, I think. But yeah,
Yeah.
both -250. You put them together, it's -106. So it's about an even play, which, look, I can't give out plus 160 locks every week. All right. I'm not Superman over here. We got a -106. That's what I got for the week. Saints -3, Eagles -3. And look, the way I see it, worst case scenario here is
Hmm.
obviously worst case scenario is one of them loses. That could definitely happen. But like for me, I feel like the worst thing that could happen is one of these teams wins by only three and one of the legs pushes and you don't make that much money on it. I feel like
Yeah.
that's as safe as it gets for an even odds bet. So yeah, that's what I got for the
Uh,
week.
That sounds good. Yeah. They both play bad teams.
Yeah.
Last week I had Bucks -4.5, and I do remember vividly saying you can take it at 4.5, you can take it at 7.5, and I even like it at 10.5, and they won by 15.
Yes, sir. I did see that.
I'm gonna continue to fade the 76ers as long as they continue to pull this stupid shit. And I really hope they don't make the playoffs and Joel Embiid is forced to play basketball. Yeah,
Yes,
so
that was a
that was
good
the easy
pick.
cash.
Good cash.
Yeah. And then this week, like you said, the props have not released yet. I don't care what the line is. Josh Downs, take his over on receptions. I don't give me whatever line you want. You can do 4.5, 5.5, 7.5. Take the over on his receptions. Joe Flacco is starting. They play the Vikings. The Vikings have a perfect combination of a team that's going to beat you and a horrible pass defense.
There you
And
go.
they're going to need to pass the ball. Josh Downs has looked like one of the best slot receivers in football with Joe Flacco at quarterback. Whenever DraftKings or whatever book anyone uses releases those lines, you can smack the over on Josh Downs receptions for some free money on
What's the most you'd hit it at? Just for clarity purposes, in case it's way higher than you think, which it won't be, but
the most I would hit it at is 7.5.
okay. Gotcha. I
If
really
it's
hope it's wrong because I'm playing that guy in fantasy this week and I need to win, but hey,
Yeah,
it's
no,
good.
7.5 is when I would start thinking about it. My prediction is the line is going to be at 6.5,
Yeah, I
right?
think that's
If
probably
for
I could
some
even see
reason,
5.5.
yeah, if for some reason it's at 7.5, I would put less money than whatever you were thinking before on it and still put it on there. But seven and a half and below, you should be good for some free money.
Yeah, it's hard to say without the odds, but I would feel pretty confident it'll be six and a half, or 5.5.
Yeah,
I can't see 7.5. Even if Flacco's playing, regardless, I can't see that much.
that's too high.
Yeah. All right, riser. Last week I took Jason Tatum. He's balling out. The Celtics are undefeated. It seems
Yeah,
like our comment that the Celtics could have a historically good year is it seems very plausible right now.
playing right now.
Uh,
Let's see what we're doing.
yeah. So where did I put mine? Here, what you go first real quick.
Okay. Well, last week I had Colorado, and they won again. They look great. Shedeur looks great. Defense is playing better, so I like that a lot. And then my riser for this week is going to be the kid, Anthony Volpe. And it has everything to do with what he did last night. It's a must-win game, and he delivered, and I like that about him. That's the kind of shortstop I want on my team. And then he had an interview after the game with Derek Jeter. It was pretty cool. It's a nice little, like I said, a sports full circle moment where
Right, because
Volpe was
he knew
at,
Jeter when he was a kid, yeah.
yeah, he was at the 2009 World Series rally, and now he's in the World Series getting interviewed by his GOAT. So. Yeah, Volpe's my riser. I think he's gonna take a really big step next year. And I think his performance last night and hopefully tonight and for the rest of the series will be the confidence that he needs to become one of the best shortstops in baseball.
There you go. I like that. Yeah, I like Volpe. Like I was saying about the Yankees, they got a lot of old guys. Volpe is kind of the young guy that you do have. And you got Weaver, you got definitely have some other guys, but not a lot of great young bats, it doesn't feel like. And he can kind of hopefully bring the next generation of the
Yeah,
Yankees in. Seems like a good guy to have. My riser, this is my riser for the week. I gotta share my screen. My riser for the week is my fantasy team. Yay!
your fantasy team.
I showed you my fantasy team last week.
Okay.
Got the dub.
Uh-huh.
Jalen Hurts helped out a lot. This is the squad now in a 12-man league.
Taysom Hill your starting tight end?
I mean, I have Goddard, but I'm feeling Hill this week.
All right. No, I like this. I mean, Brian Robinson and DeAndre Swift were both beautiful late round picks, and then
I
your receiver.
traded for Robinson, but I traded
Oh,
Olave and Hopkins for Robinson this week.
nice.
Yeah, I'll
Even
take that. But yeah, dude, my team is predicted 124 this week. I'm 3-5. Got to keep winning. But I mean, I feel like I need a tight end, and I have Amari Cooper and Nick Chubb on the bench. So Nick Chubb is a big week going into his bye. I feel like I could deal him for a good tight end, and I could
Yeah,
be
you could probably just squeeze a tight end out of there. No, I like this team. This is in a 12-man league. This is looking like a lot of the teams in some of my 10-man leagues. So
yeah,
yeah, this is nice.
yeah. So this is my riser for the week. I started off the year, I think 1-4, I believe, and maybe even 1-5. But I've won my last two, and my team is looking a lot better. And Taysom Hill is gonna score a touchdown this week. So
Sure hope so.
there you go. But yeah, my riser for the week, my fantasy team.
Beautiful.
What's your
All
fall?
right.
What do you got?
Faller last week was the New York Giants, and I don't know if you watched that 2-point conversion play, but that might have been the worst play in NFL history.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe
That's like,
second worst behind the Colts one, but yeah, the Giants
yeah,
Giants definitely played true to a faller.
yeah. And then this week let's keep it consistent. Let's stay in the stadium. How about that? The Jets.
Yeah, the Jets are done.
What's going on here? Oh, it's all
They're
football.
done. They're done. It's over. Rodgers
Yeah,
ruined his legacy. They have nothing. They have no coach. Their team is win now, and they have no quarterback going forward. I mean, they're a wreck. I think the Jets fans are probably in the worst state that they've been in right now in the last 20 years, which is saying something.
yeah. No,
Because this is
I
different than all the years before. You thought you had the quarterback, like you thought you had the problem solved, and it just isn't. And even if or maybe it is, and something else is wrong, whatever it is, the Jets are a wreck, bro.
no, the Jets season is over. I'm gonna classify this as a rock bottom faller, along with your Deshaun Watson
Done.
pick from last week. I believe this is the Jets rock bottom. Obviously,
That's
if they
risky.
what?
That's risky to call it rock bottom when it's the Jets.
I'm gonna call it rock bottom,
Because we
dude.
would
They're
have said rock bottom a few years ago too, and here we are. It's worse.
yeah. Okay, maybe
Why
not
don't we
rock
go
bottom.
lower?
Like they can just lose out, and obviously that'd be like rock bottom. But
Yeah,
at this
insane.
point right now, this is the worst. I don't think anyone thought that 8 games in the season the Jets would be 2-6.
Yeah, it's bad. It's really bad. I think the only thing worse that could happen is if like Quinn Williams gets in a car crash or something.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Yeah, my faller is unfortunately the Yankees. It's the Yankees. And look, you guys did a little bit to make up for it last night, at least by not getting swept. But bro, this just makes me feel even more confident. And it's kind of stupid to say, but I feel like watching it, it's like the the NL was just so much better than the AL this year. Like the Yankees just did not have to endure anything in the playoffs, it didn't feel like. And then to get there and then go against the Dodgers who are just loaded. I mean, it's a tough task for anyone. And I mean, obviously they lost three in a row to start it off, and no team has ever come back 3-0 in the World Series. Like one team has ever done it in the history of MLB, right? So I mean,
In the history of any of those three sports.
yep. So I mean, I honestly do believe that if it were to happen in any sport, it would probably be baseball. I just think it's the most like volatile sport in that way. So I'm not even gonna say that the Yankees could not pull it off, but I mean, it's just tough for Yankees fans if they lose this World Series, which they're probably going to, because I mean, you guys you felt like this is your year, you have all the pieces, and it kind of just feels like your team is aging at this point. You're gonna have to do a little bit of a revamp to stay in it, and that could be a down year or two, which is not, Yankees fans don't like that.
Yeah.
And you're gonna lose Soto to the Mets. So I mean,
No.
it's tough all around.
He better stay, dude. I'm gonna be so sad if we lose
I
him.
would be honestly imagine what the Yankees fans would do to him if his first game back in Yankee Stadium. The boos that would rain down in that stadium be horrific.
Yeah. No, I really hope he doesn't leave. I
I
don't think
kind of
he.
don't get why he would, but I don't know. I'm just holding out hope. He's what we need, bro. Here, you guys sign Pete Alonso, and we'll sign Soto. How about
No.
that?
No.
We'll do the old switcheroo.
How about we sign Pete Alonso and we keep Juan Soto and we continue to stack our team like the Dodgers did and just, tack on MVPs until we win the World Series.
Imagine if the Dodgers get Soto. I don't even want to talk about it. All right. We're about out of time here. So, yeah, that'll conclude it for week 5.
Yes, sir.
Let's go. May all our picks hit like they did last week. Let's have a good week, baby.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
Hey, go
Bye.
Yanks. We'll see what happens.
Thanks.
All right.